In this demonstration, we're going to do some formatting and some formulas and functions. So we're going to start with applying a theme to this particular workbook. So I'm going to go to page layout right here, and I'm going to pick a theme, and I'm going to go to Office and pick that. Okay, and you didn't have to select any particular one. You're doing the whole workbook, not just a particular column. So again, just make sure your theme is Office. All right, then we're going to go ahead and change the column width of B through D columns. So I'm going to select those, and if you do a right click on top of them, you're going to see column width, and you're going to change it to 17. All right, then you're going to change the height of row 2 to 30 points. Okay, so we're going to do a right click on top of row 2 and do row height, and we're going to change that to 30 points. Okay, then we're going to merge and center, and we're going to merge and center that same contents ranges B2 through J. So merge, we're going to put it over to J2, and then we're going to merge and center. So in the Home tab, do merge and center. Okay, then you're going to format the merge ranges, and we're going to apply the title cell style. So cell styles are right here. And then we're going to change the font color to orange. Okay, so font color to orange, accent 2, and we're looking for the for the darker 50%. Okay, so this is our font. Okay, we're going to go ahead and apply bolding, and then we're going to do the fill color, and we're going to do a gold accent 4. Okay, so we're going to go for a gold accent 4, 40%. So we'll go ahead and go down. That's 50% there. Okay, so that would actually be right here, gold accent for lighter 40%. We're going to format ranges B3 through J3. So we're going to go to B3 through J3. Okay, and we're going to do L3 through M3 as well. Okay, so we're going to format those. We're going to center. The cell contents, change the font and the size and the font color. Okay, and we're going to apply a top and bottom cell border and text wrapping. All right, so there's our font style and 10 point. And then we're going to change our font color. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and select my columns here, which are actually B4 through C13. I'm doing a right click. I'm going to format these cells, and under alignment, I'm going to do a right indent and 2 levels. I'm going to italicize B17 through B14 through B17, and range B19 through B20. Okay, we're going to create a simple if statement in J4. So you put your equal sign and you put the if function, open parenthesis, and then your logical test if the condition is true, right? You're putting a function in that says the employee receives a bonus of 10,000, okay, if the true value, should be 10,000 that way if it's true, right? So it's a logical test. So the first thing we're doing is we're going to say H4, right? So we're looking at the performance rating. So we can click on that. And if H4 is greater than or equal to 4, so we do greater than or equal to 4, okay? And then we're going to put our comma following the pattern we see underneath. And then what does it do? We said it does 10,000 if it's true, or 0 if it's not true. Okay, and then you have to remember to close it up. Okay, and then we hit enter, and it would be $10,000 bonus. All right, then we're going to copy that formula down. Okay, into the cells below it. Okay, and then we're going to take I4 through J17. Okay, and we're going to do the accounting with no decimal places. So I'm right-clicking, format cells, number, accounting, and then we're going to take off the decimal places. Okay, now we're going to enter a formula to calculate employee tenure. Okay, so we're going to calculate the tenure. So again, I've typed in the formula to calculate the tenure in years. Okay, and don't forget to put your absolute cell values in there. And then you're going to copy it down. And then you're going to format it, decrease the decimal places to 1. Okay, so, and there's a couple different ways you can do it. Again, I'm going to do the format cells and decrease the decimal places that way down by using the number and changing it to 1. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do some data bars. Now here you're going to have done your summing, average, min, and max. You know how to do these already, so I'm going to leave those for you to do. Make sure to add your data bars. Okay, and the red data bars are going to be on I4 through I13. Okay, so with that, I'm going to add them, okay, by inserting under conditional and formatting, data bars, and red. So I find my red ones here. I believe that's those. Okay, we're going to continue here. We're going to put our VLOOKUP. So we're going to start with an equal and VLOOKUP. Once we start typing, we'll see the function, and again it gives us what we need. So we need our first thing is our lookup value. We're going to look up a name, so we've got to have a quote, and we're looking up Summers, ending quote. Okay, and then we have to put a comma, and then we need the range. So the table array again is our range, which is B3 through B13 is where we're looking it up at. Okay, then we need another comma. Okay, and after our comma there, then we want to put in the column, and it's going to be the 9th column. And then another comma, And then it tells us, do we want a approximate or an exact? And we want an exact. So we want the word false in there. We're going to close it up and hit enter. Okay, and now if you get again a reference error, I want you to see what that looks like, because what this is telling us is that it's trying to look up a particular thing and it can't find it. So when that happens, how do you fix it? I mean, that's what you want to look for. And so I'm going to show you how to fix an error. Alright, so with that, how do you figure it out? So when you have a reference error, it's telling us that something in our formula is wrong. So we're trying to look up the summers and we're trying to look to the 9th column. The problem is that in this particular case I showed you, I did not have the range that I needed to be able to pick up that 9th column, didn't I? So I really would need that, instead of being B13, that would have to be a J13. So I'm going to change it to J. Alright, and now we're selecting it all, and let's see if that fixes our error, and it does. So again, if you see a reference error, don't panic. It just means that it's trying to find an answer and you don't have either, normally it's the table array is not correct to return that 9th column, what you need to be able to give a result. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and do a formula for the today function. Okay, so a formula for the day function, we're going to put it in C20. Alright, so type in equal today, and again, once you start type in, you'd see the function. Open parenthesis, put a closing parenthesis, and hit enter. And it puts the date in for you of today. Alright, next we're going to go and hide column G. Okay, so I'm right clicking on G and I'm going to click on hide. Alright, and then I'm going to move to the planning worksheet. Now, there are a few other little things on here that you would need to finish it up, so make sure to follow the instructions. For instance, here you would still need to do a little formatting and work down here in the average, high, and low. Right, I'm going to the planning worksheet. Okay, and again, in here, you're going to modify the width of a column, which you know how to do now. You're also going to use Format Painter to copy formats from ranges B3 through here through F3. Okay, and so Format Painter is right here on the Home tab, and so you want to use that to copy the format to B11 through F11. So if you select it and then you want to go to B11, all right, okay, right here, and so you can use your Format Painter then. So if I click down, you'll see the little paintbrush, and I could put it, actually it should be up one, so I'm going to do that again, and I have it selected. I'm going to go to here, so what I want to actually format, so let me select this again, so I got that on, do Format Painter, and then I'm going to go ahead and select that. Alright, let me go back one more time to start over with that one. Alright, so I'm going to use this right here, Home tab, Format Painter, and this time I'm going to select 11, which is what I was actually really trying to select. And now I have used Format Painter for that particular format. It saves a little bit of time that way. Alright, so in C9 you're going to put a PMT function. So again, you just type in equal PMT, your open parenthesis, and then you just follow the inputs that are in your instructions. So C6 is the interest rate. So you would click on the appropriate cell. C8 is the total number of payments. Okay, so number of payments is C8. Okay, and then you would do C4 is the loan amount. Okay, so we'll click on that. Okay, and then you would enter that formula, and then you'll copy it after you get that particular formula in. Alright, so you have your PMT, and then you can just copy that over through what? D9 through E9. And then in F9, you're going to use GoalSeek. Okay, so in F9, you're going to use GoalSeek. Okay, so we're doing GoalSeek to determine the loan amount. Okay, and then the aggressive expansion scenario based on the monthly payments of $10,000. So if you go under data and you pick on underneath there, if you go look at the what if analysis group, you'll see one for GoalSeek. And then it tells you what to put in. You have F9 is what you're setting your cell to. Your value is going to be a negative 10,000 because it's a payment. That's why it has the negative sign. And then you're going to do the total loan amount as your changing cell, which is F4. And then you're going to click OK. And it calculates for you the value. Okay, so you have some summing that you need to do, like in cell C16. But I'm going to need to go into G12. Okay, so G12 through G15, you're going to put insert spark lines. Okay, so you find your spark lines, and you're going to do, let's see, your line. So we're going to do line. Okay, and the range is going to be, so that's our data range, is actually going to be in range C12 through F15. Alright, so C12, which is here, through F15. And go ahead and click OK. So we have those. And then you'll change your line colors to orange, accent to, and change the weight of the lines to 1.5. Again, you have Sparkline tools where you can take care of these type of things in there, as far as some of like the Sparkline color, the weight of the line. All that is available in your design tools. Okay, marker colors, if you use markers, in this case we're just doing the color here. Okay, and don't forget again to change the weight to the 1.5. Alright, we're going to go ahead then, and I guess I could go ahead and do the orange accent darker 50, which is actually here. Alright, and then we're going to do B12 through C15. We're going to use the quick analysis tool to insert a pie chart. Alright, so how do we do that? Once you select your B12 through C15, you'll see that if you hover right here, you'll have the quick analysis tools right here, and then you can find charts in there, and because it has different options, as you can see in there. So we're going to go to charts. We're going to pick a pie chart. Okay, and so we'll go ahead and do pie. Okay, and we have them. We're going to move the chart, make sure the corner is in H2. Alright, so to this chart you need to make some changes. The style should be 5, so again use your chart tools, find the chart style number 5, which is here. Okay, so this is style 5. You're going to change your title, change the font color, add the inside edge. Remember how we did that? By adding, I think it was the inside edge for your labels in there. And if you go over here, what was it? The inside end is what it calls for. Move the legend to the right position. So you want to change your legend to the right. Okay, so again, make sure to change your title, and then you want to do some changes to the chart underneath it as well. You want to change the major units of the vertical axis. Again, this is something we've done before. I'm right clicking on it. We can format. That way the major, we're going to do actually the major units. So we'll go ahead and do the format and bring it up, and then you can find the units that way. Change the major units here to 500,000. You're gonna, so I'll go ahead and change that from 250 to 500,000 that way. Okay, type in scenario as the horizontal axis title. Remove the data labels, move the chart legend to the bottom. Okay, so make sure to finish up formatting and changing your charts. And then the last thing on here is you're going to delete the customer worksheet and set the print area to landscape. So I'm going to delete the customer worksheet. I right clicked on top of it, deleted that. And then I'm going to set the print area as ranges B1 through G16. And change the worksheet orientation to landscaping. Okay, and so to do that, I've selected the print area B1 through G16, and then I can print the selection itself, and in the landscape orientation, and I would be ready to print this way. Okay, make sure that your final figures match up with the pictures in there, and of course complete all the steps. Some of the things I only gave the highlights, but make sure that you complete all the steps before you submit it.